Oh, good morning, happy campers. It's about 10 to 8 in the morning. I have no desire to do anything whatsoever right now. I am absolutely shattered. I ache everywhere, and I'm not sure I would say that I slept awful. I woke up a lot in the night and I was turning a lot like a kebab, around and around and around. And this sleeping bag is quite slippy on this pad, so I may consider getting some silicone sticker things on the pad to try and help solve that. I'm also a little bit on a slope, I think, so that's not helping the situation. So I did feel like I was surfing around the tent a little bit in the night. But my mind feels like a discombobulated mess. So does my tent. It's organised chaos in here, but I don't like it when everything's out. I prefer everything to be like in the dry bags or in bags or something, so maybe I'll have a tidy up at some point. It's not that bad, but yeah. Yeah, I was gonna be planning on heading up Skirrid today because I've got a good full day and the weather's supposed to be nice, and already it is warm in this tent. It's been a long time since I've camped in a tent where it's been this warm. I do not need a 3-season sleeping bag at the minute, so if I get the opportunity I definitely will try and get a 2-season bag. It'll be lighter, which would be nice, but also even though this has got features that are supposed to help regulate temperature and dump heat, I didn't feel like it really worked. But I've got a vent behind me that I can open up tonight, so I'll definitely think about that. And I never thought I would be too hot in this tent. I even think I could get away with an all-mesh tent. I never even thought I would say those words, because in the British weather, I don't think we ever really get the weather. I feel like I would get cold quite quick if in a all-mesh tent, because it has got quite a bit of solid. But I think this is where you could get condensation as well, so I've got to watch out for that a little bit. I think most people would sleep with their head the other end, but I was thinking about swapping head end, because when your head is all the way at the back there, it's quite small and you're breathing a lot in the night, I would imagine that's where you could get quite a lot of condensation, and there's still quite a lot of solid inner there. But the reality is I quite like zoning, so I feel like this is a little bit of my living area where I'll cook and stuff, and then back there is where I sleep. So yes, we'll see how that pans out long term, but I like the way this is set up at the minute. And obviously being on a slope, I don't know whether I want to be heading that way in the night. Anyways, we'll see where I end up today. I'm in that really annoying stage of I don't want to sleep, but I don't want to do anything. That's quite annoying. The other thing I wanted to say was, before I went to sleep, I had a really stuffy nose, really bad, and I brought this with me. It's Sterema hay fever, an allergy relief. All it is saline water, but it's got a really well tilted tip, so that when you insert it into your nose, it really gets to the spot it needs to. You don't get it going down the back of your throat like you do with some of the others, like a Beckenase or some of the other nasal sprays, and this has really helped. I feel like I'm so much better this morning from it, so hurrah for Sterema. I definitely don't feel half as bad as I normally do with hay fever. I have a feeling without this stuff I would have been even more than I am now. So, cheers to this. Good morning again. It's gone 9 o'clock and I am clearly up and dressed. Woohoo! It is a glorious day for hiking. It's just a really lovely sunny morning, but with a really nice breeze. Once I got this tent opened up, the temperature in here is a lot better, so I'm happy about that. It is a little bit chaotic in here. I think what I may do is during the day, I've let my mat down, and I think what I'll do is do that because it's a lot easier to move around the tent without having an air mattress in the way. And I might just shove my sleeping bag back in its dry bag very loosely, just so that's out of the way. I just don't like it being so messy in here, even though I'm not going to hopefully be in here very much today. I'm just trying to get a bit more organised really, because I need to think about food and what I'm going to be doing. I've got quite a lot of options. I could go to the Malverns. I think that would be a sensible plan, just because the hill walk is quite short, as in the bus takes you quite far up, so if I'm not feeling it today, that is a nice place, and also you get some nice views, so I should be happy going up there. Whereas I think if I went up Skirrid today, I have a feeling it might finish me off. So I'm just trying to pick something that's not going to completely wear me out, because yeah, I am definitely one fried chicken right now, and I'm feeling fat and old and tired as well, which doesn't help. I think wearing leggings and a tight top when you're not slim probably isn't the best idea, is it? Let's face it. I need to get over my insecurities of wearing shorts, I think. But alas, it is what it is, and I can't do much about it. And moping about being a bit short and fat isn't exactly gonna solve that, is it? So I think my bumming gear probably is gonna be a much better idea than sitting here and moped. I'm trying to coach myself out of this door, can you tell? Well, that's annoying. My oximeter's not working. Normally that's not a bother, but what I normally find is having something that measures my pulse at rest is quite helpful, because it tells me how stressed my body is even without doing anything, and I find that really helpful to know what I should be doing in the day. It's more of a guidance than a reliance. I don't make loads of decisions based on it, but coupled with how I'm feeling and anything else, it just helps. So I'm annoyed. I've put fresh batteries in and it's definitely not working. Don't know whether it's just too humid in here. That's been working until today. That's very annoying. However, I can do a manual pulse, so it's not like, yeah, it's just annoying. Oh well, annoying it is. Well, I thought I would change up the view a bit. Not sure exactly how much you can see, but as you can see, I'm still in my tent. However, I've just done my exercises outside, and it was really lovely. It's such a nice sunny day, lovely fresh air. You can hear the bustling activities on the water, which is just really nice. So I think I've come up with some secondary plans. I've got the option of actually going to the Story Arms and doing Pen y Fan, which is one of my popular spots. I've actually not been up there for about 1.5 to 2 years, which is mad, because I used to go up probably about once a week, and it is an absolute pain to get to. Let's just say my dedication gets there, I leave at 5:30, get there at 10:30, don't get back home until about 8 o'clock in the evening, just for a couple of hours in the mountains. mad. But I really do like that area, and I think Pennyfan is where I really learnt my navigational skills, and where it all went wrong. Well, it didn't really go wrong as in it had consequences, thankfully. I think if you're going to get navigationally errored, I think that's the place for it not to be such a big drama. But yeah, definitely just got good memories. I've probably been up and down there about 80 times. I've only seen a view once, so it goes to show that I tend to go up in winter because it's not as busy, and I tend to go up a way that a lot of other people don't. However, you do end up meeting quite a lot of military on exercise when, especially during the winter. I think probably now maybe not so much, because they probably make the most of the quieter season, if it ever could be quieter. But I still feel like it might be a bit too much for today. I think it might finish me off a little bit. However, I may well get to the Malverns. I think the bus leaves at 12:15, or there's another one at there's something else at 11:15. So that's in a little while's time. So there are plans afoot. I think I will get out today. I've just had to really adjust expectations. But I'm really enjoying tidying up in here. I feel like I've got a futon on the other end of my tent. So I've basically folded up my mat and my sleeping bag loosely in that dry bag. I feel like during the day I just need to pack it away. So there we are. It's like a futon, that's what it feels like to be. So it's just, I feel like I've done my exercises. I have tidied up quite considerably. I think what I will do moving forward is just, I've got quite a lot of clear bags and it just makes it look cluttered in here, whereas it isn't really. So if I can get some dry bags to put it in, I think that will go down better, even if I had the clear bag and put it in some dry bags. It's like having a cupboard. You don't want everything out on shelves, do you, because it looks cluttered, whereas if you have everything in cupboards, it just looks that bit nicer. So anyway, I feel like I've been doing practical stuff rather than actually doing anything exciting, but I will probably be happier for it, so it is what it is. But yeah, I think doing my exercises, just doing healthy stuff, is the way forward when I'm feeling a bit lousy like today. You know, I think I'm not as well as I feel, so I think, and I can come back here again in a few months' time. Like, it's really cheap here for camping, so it's, you know, I could even come here every month, you know, it's that good. So it's one of those things where you just have to make the most of what you can do, and that may be not what I want, but there's always something. Like, I've done my exercises and I've tidied up. That is progress, and that is sometimes all that you can do. And it's still a beautiful area. You know, would I rather be here or would I rather be at home moping? So, I mean, I don't mope at home, but, you know, it's still nicer to be outside rather than at home, especially in a basement flat. It's not like, yeah, it's cold and it's fairly dark even on a really hot day, so you almost don't see any difference when it's a nice warm day. So at least I can appreciate this. So that's where I'm at. I feel like I've done an awful lot of talking so far this trip and not actually shown you anything exciting. So here we are. That's what I can see. A whole load of young people have just done a load of paddle boarding. So they're obviously the kids that were there last night are doing some kind of water sport adventure things today. It's so cool that people can do that these days. Anyway, I'm waffling, and hopefully you will see me somewhere exciting other than in my tent. Yeah. Hey everyone, so I have made it off at witch cutting. So I've just got off the bus and already you can see the amazing views. I can see Hay Bluff in the distance. I'm pretty sure it's that anyway. It's got quite a distinctive curve to it, and I'm sure I can see Sugarloaf Skirrid and the, I'm going to call it the Bluenge. That may not be what it's how you pronounce it, but I'm going to be heading up this way, and that should lead me up to the Worcestershire Beacon, I'm hoping, and then the bus that I'll catch later is over there. So as you can see, the bus took me halfway up, so I'm very glad about this. But I will speak to you next when I'm hopefully further up a hill. Oh, so I've walked a little bit up the road, as you could probably see, and I was just having a little breather just to let my heart rate get a bit more up to normal. This is the road that leads to the car park. There is a footpath the other side that I may well have been able to get up. Perhaps I'll try and get down that way. I wasn't sure if it veered off to the left or east and would lead me away. Oh, that's better, isn't it? I can talk a bit more now. Right, onwards. Oh, so I have put some new batteries in my GoPro. I've had a drink and I've had some of that marshmallow flump thing. So I'm doing well on the whole. As soon as I feel a little bit oomphy, as in like I've worked a bit, making sure I just have something to munch on, and I'm hoping that will help. We shall soon find out, but I could tolerate it, and I kind of feel like whilst I can tolerate a snack, I should make the most of it. But I am making a bit of progress up this lane. It will join onto a bit more of a main path, I think, in a minute. But we are plodding up, and I'm just taking my sweet time. I've got this. I can see home from here just about. Over there where I've just shown the pan, that's the hill near Tewkesbury, just north, and then way over in the distance over there is where I live. So it feels a bit strange just because I've come from over there. So I could see Haybluff over there, and Hereford I think I can't see just because there's a few hills in the way, but I know that it's between there and there, and then I can see home. I was just thinking this would make a really good paragliding spot, and lo and behold, I turn a corner. Now that's the way to go. The thermals around here will be amazing. So one of the reasons why I prefer to come from that side, not this side, is because that is what I would have had to climb up. The route from that bus stop that I've just come from is a lot kinder, whereas I would have had to get a train down here and walk through town, and then it's just straight up. Stuff that for a giggle. So I'm quite glad that I've waited for the opportunity to go from the other side, much kinder on the legs and the sanity. I've got quite a far to go but it's quite hard to know exactly how far because you can't see over the hill, but just keep plodding on. I'm going to try and walk down here and not fall flat on my face. But I've just been up to the top, as you've probably just seen, and I'm just heading down because obviously it's a little bit busy up there, but I can see all around. I can see my lovely Cotswold Hills in the distance. I can't quite make out, oh maybe I can, the 3 little towers sticking out on Cleve Hill. I think I might be able to. But as you pan round, you can see all the way Sugar Bluff. No, Sugar. What is it? Sugar Hill? Sugar something. And then you can see Skirrid. There's Hay Bluff. I think I just mixed it all into one big black mountain mush. Yeah, it is Sugar Mountain, isn't it? Well, either way, the sugar is over there. And I can see where I've been staying. You can't see Hereford from here because there's hills in the way. Oh, it is over there. It is definitely bizarre that you can see both where I live and where I'm being all in one place. Gorgeous day. I'm going to try and find myself somewhere to plonk down that's not in the way of people. Well, hello everybody. I am currently trying to brush flies off, but still having a really lovely chill time sat here. I'm just off of the Worcestershire Beacon, but not quite on Summer Hill, which is down there. It's just lovely, just lovely. Whilst the time lapse was going, I made myself a mug soup thing, like a noodle, curry noodle, one of the mug shots, and it's got about 280 calories, so I'm hoping that'll give me a bit of a boost. And it's quite salty, so I'm hoping again that will help. Definitely feeling a lot better energy wise, in terms of I definitely have struggled a bit today. That was a long oof to get to the top. However, I don't feel like I'm going to have a crash, which is great. But I feel like I've really pushed myself to what I should be doing at the minute, definitely. But I feel like having that snack as early as I did really made a difference. So I think I've taken that as a learning point, that literally as soon as I feel like, oh, I'm working hard, even if it's after 5 minutes, take some snack or something. I will just work on what that snack looks like. Don't think of flump, and sweets are probably the best way forward for that. But I definitely don't need energy gels. I feel like that's a little bit too much, but there must be something that I can have. I was almost tempted to buy a carrot in Asda, and I forgot. So I think if I see a carrot, just a lonely carrot, I might see if that does the trick, because I imagine, given my taste buds are a little bit sensitive, that I might find it extra sweet. I keep looking at all of the mountain bikers coming up. They're mad. Actually, they're not. I used to do that, so I was just as mad. but look at the view. It's very much down. So timing wise, I've looked at the buses. So I don't know what time it is. It's not quite 4 o'clock certainly. There's a bus at 4:39, so I want to catch that one. There is also one at 6:39. However, that would mean getting a train from Ledbury, so I think I want to catch the next, the sooner one. But there is quite a tight bus turnover, so I need to pray that bus, the first one, is on time so that I can make it. But it's only coming from Great Malvern, which is down there, so I'd be surprised if that was late. Famous last words. So yeah, I'm just charging up some batteries, chilling out, letting all my stove settle, brushing flies. At least it's not there's not wasps, because last time I went up there were it was like a wasp sanctuary, a Great Malvern wasp sanctuary, so I'm glad that's not the case. But I've picked a really lovely spot. It's just glorious. If you're somebody who's feeling lousy and very lethargic and perhaps unfit but need to do something to get your heart rate, this is definitely the way to go. I'm adding this to my top walks to do that's only about an hour away from public transport, because you just get such a nice reward for the effort, and it's so paceable. I think if you've got ME and you know how to pace yourself and you're good at stopping and don't feel the pressure to push on, I do think this is manageable. I mean, you saw how I was this morning, and just chip out the door, and now I'm here. So all of the paragliders are all chilling out over there. I think it's quite still, so I imagine there's not an awful lot of wind to catch. I imagine if it's anything like skydiving, where you need a bit of wind to get the lift through the chute canopy thing. So yes, I do feel for them, but I'm not complaining. No. So I'm all packed up, I'm ready to go. I haven't got any rubbish that I've left behind. The only thing I'm leaving behind is my amazing aura. And down there is where I'm heading. Oh, more bikes, look at them. I want to cheer them on, but I don't think they'd appreciate that, so I think I'll just keep quiet. I think it's coming up to 4, so I'm really hoping I can make it down there in 40 minutes or less than 40 minutes now. I'm going to be getting my bumming gear quite potentially. Wouldn't be the first time I've had to almost run down a hill to catch a bus, so why break a habit of a lifetime? But bye bye lovely views. I mean, I am going to see more views as I go down, aren't I? Let's face it. But I mean, look. This is amazing. Am I going up here? I mean, look. Oh, you can't exactly tire of that view, can you? Right, this is where I don't want to be messing around, really. I'm glad I didn't walk up this way, but it is good fun going down, she says, almost slipping. Right, well, I'm sure you really want to watch me wander down a hill, so I will give you another last minute view. I'm going to go out the other side the next time I come here. That's what I've decided. They're lovely sheep. decided to go down the pathway rather than the little track. I just thought it might be a bit nicer, but actually it is a bit mean on the feet, and my ankle is not enjoying it at all. Yes, the ankle that I broke a few years ago is letting me know that it's not impressed with this decision. I'm pretty sure this is leading down to where I should be, and I'm sure I will see you when I am back at the campsite. I think I might be getting a Wetherspoons on the way, but we'll see how that goes. But I'm making good timing, so I think I'm going to have a bit of time to regroup myself before getting on the bus, which is nice. This has been exactly what I've needed. Well done me for picking up a trip that was manageable with the energy and capacity that I have right now. I'm sure you really want to see my neck. I'm just so pretty. So hello everybody, I am back, as you can see, in my tent, and I just thought I heard a mosquito buzzing, and I've realised it's a dog toy. And I just zipped up this tent because I didn't want it to come in. I think I'm safe from dog toys. Anyways, I had a really lovely day today. So glad I got out. Always say this, even though if I have a rubbish morning, I do always feel better once I've got out. However, I'm so also glad that I listened to where I was at body wise and just picked something that was not very logistically challenging. So it's just a couple of buses up to I'm gonna call it witch cutting. If it's anything different, I'll put it on the screen. But there's a bus stop at the bottom of Worcestershire Beacon, and it's about an hour's walk up, perhaps less if you're fit. And it was just such a lovely day, perfect walking weather, a little bit of a breeze, although not enough for the paragliders. Sadly, I felt a bit sorry for them, just sat on the hillside. A few of them made it down, but I could tell it wasn't the most exciting day for them. So yeah, I've just been to the Wetherspoons, such a bargain for burger, chips and a drink, something like £6 or something. I was like, that'll do me. And then I had ice cream, so I feel like I'm all fill up, so that's always nice. And I realised why I woke up this morning feeling really fat and old. I think it was all those beans I ate yesterday. I suddenly realised this afternoon, I was like, do I admit this on camera? Let's just say it was very windy in the Malverns today, if you get the drift. And I suddenly realised, oh, I ate all those beans. So no wonder I felt bloated. And actually, when I look at the photo of me on top of Worcestershire Beacon, actually I look a lot slimmer than usual, so that was reassuring. So yeah, I think it was just being bloat. So I'll make sure I remember that in the morning when I wake up and go, oh, I feel rubbish. So, well, what did I eat the day before? so funny. What else could I share with you? Nothing that exciting really, other than I'm probably just gonna have a chilled evening. I can see a load of very nice tents outside. I know the specs of each one of them. They're backpacking tents. I don't know if you can actually see out through this. Oh yeah, you can see through. So obviously some people doing some canoe touring or something of the ilk, and very nice tents. Although I think they're not the lightest, they might be quite compact, but anyways, I won't judge somebody else's tent choice. Yeah, very popular tents, and I can see why, even if they look like coffins. Yeah, I'm looking down as if I'm going to get inspiration from what's inside my bag, but I'm very thankful to the Wetherspoons because they had charging points in the boothy kind of sit down area, so I could charge all my stuff up. So I've got my phone's charged, and so is all my GoPro batteries, so that is a relief. So if I end up having a load of Wetherspoons this trip, it'll mainly be because of the ability to charge everything. So anyways, I am gonna love and leave you all, and I don't even have to cook any tea. Very happy about that. And I don't know why I blew you a kiss, but hey, clearly a little bit overtired and deluded. I don't even have to really tidy up, which is nice. Just need to inflate my sleep mat at some point. Not in any rush to do that. Just chill out, I think, is the what I'm gonna do. Just chill out. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's been joyous, even if this morning I felt rough. I always feel a lot better once I've been out, even if my body's still not feeling very happy. I can hear buzzing. You better not be in here. That's what I think about that. Hey, so it's just gone about 9 o'clock, about 10 past 9 I think, and the sun set about, I don't know, 5 minutes ago, and you could really feel the temperature suddenly drop. It's been a really nice evening, and yeah, I have set up all my sleep stuff again, unrolled the futon, and just good timing as the temperature drops. But I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit because it's quite a bit busier today, and also not wanting to disturb people. Not that the boy racer chihuahuas and other siren noises won't disturb people, but I'd rather it not be me that disturbs people, so alas. Well, unless anything exciting happens, I'll bid you good night and see you in the morning.